Welcome back to ADHD Focus and Motivation. Today, we're diving into a compelling yet often overlooked aspect of ADHD, mastering emotions and understanding the concept of emotional addiction. Emotional regulation can be a significant challenge for those with ADHD, affecting every facet of our lives. But what happens when we become addicted to certain emotions, even unconsciously? Let's explore this concept, understand its impact, and discover strategies tailored to help those with ADHD navigate these turbulent waters. Emotions play a crucial role in our lives, guiding our decisions, influencing our behaviors, and shaping our interactions. However, for individuals with ADHD, emotions can sometimes feel like a roller coaster, with highs and lows that seem more intense and less predictable than what others experience. This heightened emotional sensitivity can lead to what is known as emotional addiction, where one becomes unconsciously attached to the drama and intensity of certain emotional states. Emotional addiction can manifest in various forms, from the adrenaline rush of last-minute deadlines to the intense, albeit negative, satisfaction derived from engaging in conflict. This addiction not only perpetuates unhealthy cycles but can also hinder personal growth and emotional well-being. Recognizing and addressing this addiction requires a deep dive into the roots of our emotional responses and the development of strategies to cultivate healthier emotional habits. First, let's understand the mechanics of emotional addiction. It often starts with a trigger, something that evokes a strong emotional response. For someone with ADHD, this could be a scenario that stimulates anxiety, excitement, or frustration. The brain, in turn, releases chemicals like adrenaline and dopamine, creating a feedback loop that the body starts to crave, leading to the repetition of behaviors that elicit these emotional responses. In our journey to master emotions and overcome emotional addiction, a pivotal step is identifying our triggers and the patterns that follow. This process is akin to becoming a detective in your own life, scrutinizing the nuances of your emotional world. It's not just about recognizing when you feel a certain way, but understanding the why behind these feelings. Let's break this down into actionable steps that can help you chart your emotional landscapes with precision and care. 1. Journaling with purpose. Journaling isn't just about documenting your day, it's a tool for emotional excavation. Start by writing down significant emotional reactions you experience throughout your day. Did something make you unusually happy, anxious, or angry? Note the time, the context, and any people involved. But don't stop there. Reflect on what about the situation triggered this response. Was it a word, an action, or perhaps a reminder of a past experience? The key here is consistency and depth. Over time, your journal will become a rich dataset of your emotional triggers and patterns, revealing not just the what and the when, but the why. 2. The trigger emotion action chain. Within your journal, you might start to notice a pattern I like to call the trigger emotion action chain. This chain starts with the trigger, which leads to an emotional response, which in turn prompts an action or behavior. By identifying and documenting these chains, you can start to see how certain triggers lead to specific emotions, and how these emotions drive you to act in ways that might feed into your emotional addiction. For instance, you might find that criticism, even when constructive, triggers feelings of inadequacy, leading to defensive actions that strain relationships. Recognizing these chains can be enlightening, showing you where changes can be made. 3. The role of reflection. Reflection is where the real magic happens. It's one thing to note down your experiences, it's another to engage with them critically. Set aside time each week to review your journal entries. Look for patterns in the triggers, emotions, and actions you've documented. Are there specific scenarios or types of interactions that consistently lead to negative emotional spirals? What are the positive triggers, and how can they be amplified in your life? Reflection also involves asking hard questions. Why does a particular trigger have so much power over your emotions? Is it tied to past experiences, insecurities, or unmet needs? This deep dive can be challenging, but it's crucial for understanding and eventually mastering your emotional responses. 4. Seeking feedback. While self-reflection is powerful, our own perspectives can sometimes be limited. Seeking feedback from trusted friends, family, or a therapist can provide invaluable insights into your emotional patterns. They might observe things you've missed or offer different interpretations of your reactions. However, choose whom you ask wisely. The goal is constructive, compassionate feedback, not criticism that could become a new trigger. Identifying your emotional triggers and patterns is an ongoing process, one that requires patience, honesty, and courage. It's about understanding yourself better, not just to avoid negative emotions but to embrace a more balanced, emotionally rich life. Remember, this journey is not about suppression or avoidance, it's about empowerment and choice. By becoming more aware of your emotional triggers and responses, you're taking a significant step towards emotional mastery and a more fulfilling life. Breaking the cycle of emotional addiction involves developing strategies to interrupt these patterns and foster healthier emotional habits. This can include mindfulness practices, such as meditation and deep breathing exercises, which help increase awareness of your emotional state and give you space to choose a more balanced response. Cognitive behavioral techniques can also be effective, allowing you to challenge and reframe negative thought patterns that fuel emotional addiction. Cultivating emotional intelligence is key to overcoming emotional addiction. This involves not only being aware of your own emotions but also managing them in a way that is constructive. Techniques such as emotional journaling, where you explore and analyze your feelings in writing, can provide insights into your emotional processes and help you develop a more nuanced understanding of your triggers and reactions. Building resilience is about strengthening your capacity to cope with emotional ups and downs. Establish a routine that includes regular exercise, adequate sleep, and healthy eating, as physical well-being significantly impacts emotional regulation. Additionally, seek out activities that bring you joy and relaxation, fostering a positive emotional state that can serve as a buffer against emotional addiction. Mastering emotions and overcoming emotional addiction is a journey, one that is particularly challenging for those with ADHD. However, with self-awareness, patience, and the right strategies, it is possible to navigate this path towards a more balanced and fulfilling emotional life. Remember, you have the power to reshape your emotional landscape and steer your life in a direction that truly reflects who you are and who you aspire to be. Thank you for joining us today on ADHD Focus and Motivation. If this video resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content designed to help you thrive with ADHD. Until next time, keep pushing forward, keep evolving, and remember, your emotions are not the enemy, they're a powerful tool for growth, when mastered. Stay well.